Coming up, we'll meet a music powerhouse who created a platform to showcase indie musicians.
The reality is you can love singing and do it for the love, then do it for the love. If you want to have a career, build your focus around your career. Don't just say, I'm doing it for the love and I hope someone finds me. That person that everybody's waiting to find them doesn't exist, or they passed away a long time ago.
When you're starting in the music industry and you want to perform live, you're often expected to pay to play at music venues. But this didn't sit right with musician and entrepreneur Akinwa Abba Izar, simply known as I. I is the founder of Blue Black Music, an independent music label and production company, and he's also the creator of the Oh So Beautiful musical showcase, which aims to put the power back in the hands of the performer.
I need your company, can't possibly do this on my own.
So I, tell us about why you started Blue Black Music.
Blue Black Music was just a natural thing to do as a musician. Like we're in a time where like most musicians now want to have control over what they're doing. So Blue Black Music, as a record company or label, it was natural. But as a style of music, like it kind of embodied the type of music that I grew up on and was mostly influenced by, which is like the blues and gospels or spiritual music. So I kind of combined those two sounds together, and you kind of get Blue Black Music. So if the blues and the spirituals had a baby child today, it would be the music that I'm creating.
How do you go from having that passion to actually making it your career?
Well, first of all, I got married, I had a child, and when my child turned 1, I said to my wife, I said, I'm ready now. And it's kind of like when you have a certain passion and I feel a certain calling, you have to find a way to do it, and you have to find a way to support it and support yourself with it. So I think in the past year or two, I really honed in on I call it the 360 of music, like every aspect of music, and finding a way to make sure that you can have control over it, artistic control over it, integrity over it, and find a way to make money off of it at the end of the day.
When it comes to I, it's just ingrained in him that he just absolutely commits to everything he does. And I think that also speaks to his upbringing too. I think his parents did a fantastic job, and they just instilled that in from early, just to know that, you know, if you want something, you can absolutely have it, but you just have to go and get it, and he does that.
Well, a lot of people, they really love music and want to do what you're doing, but like they don't actually take the action that you've taken. So I guess I'm curious to know about your process of having the idea that you want to do it to actually creating it.
I come from a family like of people who have been good at organizing things, and I think that's where it started, putting on events and organizing things that are not musical, just anything. And when you realize, okay, I organized this big event, all these people came to it, then I can organize my music as if it were an event, which, you know, kind of comes to also beautiful. So we're at the Gladstone Hotel inside the Melody Bar, and today is the open audition for Oh So Beautiful, and we're having musicians, independent musicians, come out from all over Ontario pretty much. We've even gotten auditions from, I believe, like Saskatoon and Edmonton. Oh So Beautiful was born out of the struggle that all of us here as musicians probably know, the struggle to acquire an audience, to acquire recognition for what you do, and you want people to just acknowledge that what you're doing is a profession, is a career for a lot of us, and we want to have that respect.
This life I walk alone, touching with.
What do you think an opportunity or a platform like the one that you're on today can really provide for you as artists?
It gives you a chance to just get more experience, more opportunity, and you get to get your message out there without any hassle. You get to go out there and you get to perform and get people's feedback, and that's the best part.
How it should be.
Exactly.
Rather than have to worry about scams, you just come out here, you get exposure, you just get to play, which is what musicians are supposed to do. We're supposed to play, not have to deal with all that extra like scammy, taking your money stuff. So things like this are just fantastic for independent musicians, really needed.
By coming out here to this event tonight, what do you want to accomplish?
We hope to get exposure on our YouTube site, and we hope to get some more views, and maybe someone will listen to our music and like our sound.
Smile as you walk through the door.
when people come to the audition tonight, even if they don't get into the show, they can have some feedback from our panelists as well. Panelists we have here today are Oren Isaacs, who's the music director for every major Canadian award show, like the Junos, Canada's Got Talent, Canadian Idol, Hockey Night in Canada.
The vocals, the harmonies all the way through, great. Just work on your ending and you'd be amazing.
We have Bruce Chapman, who's the business manager at the Bloor Street Long and McQuaid.
I love the idea of the signature guitar lick.
We have Selena Evangeline, and we picked her because her voice is so amazing and she does the independent musician scene.
I love the energy. It was great. It was positive. You're awesome.
She won a talent competition, the Avon Voices International Talent Search. So she's been through this process of an audition and she's been on that side. So all of our panelists are like community people, but there's different levels of the community and they all like very respected in their circles.
So Oren, what brought you out here tonight?
It's a pretty busy time, but I figured, you know what? I remember when I was coming up, and if I had someone, you know what I mean, to give me some constructive criticism of what I'm doing, I might have saved myself a lot of time. So I decided that, you know, as long as it's at a level, I'm gonna come out and support, you know, the local talent and see what they're doing. And it's good to also keep my ear to the ground, because you never know, there might be a gem in there that I could use for whatever I'm doing, right?
Change, change, change.
What do you want to get out of this experience for yourself?
For myself? Yeah. I love music. I love all kinds of music, and I have a lot of experience with younger musicians and developing musicians as well as seasoned pros, and I like looking for that some special kind of magic that somebody might have and that really speaks to me.
Just because you're loaded doesn't make you laugh.
I haven't performed in about 4 months. I had vocal notes, so I had to take some time off. So I found the audition online and I decided to come up and give it a go again.
What are you hoping will come out of this experience of performing tonight?
Honestly, just fun and just to get me back into the jive of performing again.
We're planning 3 productions for this year, I believe in May, August, and November, and then we're going to set up shows that kind of fit together. So we'll put artists that have a nice vibe and then build another show and then another show from there.
How many events have you put together so far?
The first one was last August and that was very successful. Everybody loved it, and I'll be honest, I didn't want to do it again. I was just like, I'm a musician, I'm not a promoter, I'm not a producer, I'm a musician, that's what I want to do. But everybody was saying, do it again, do it again. My wife, who helps me do this, she's saying, do it again. So we did one in November, that was successful. So the goal here is just to continue growing, and that's why we're doing the open audition, to open up to new diverse audiences, to get more types of music into our showcase. So this is the 3rd thing that we're doing, but it's the first open audition. Even if you didn't get to audition today, you can still contact us if you're amazing and you blow us away. We're not the type of people to say no if we recognize talent and abilities.
You created Oh So Beautiful as a platform for musicians. Just curious to know really about why you started that.
The story is it starts where a lot of musicians start, on Craigslist, and somebody was offering a show, you know, looking for artists to get into a show, and I was speaking to the guy and I said, the only thing is I don't want to have to bring my audience to a show where I'm performing and then before me is like a screamo band and then after me is like an emo rock, like, you know what I mean? So how, like, can I get the artist for this show? And he's like, okay, we can work that out. He was a little nicer than some of these pay-to-play promoters. So his thing was like, you have to sell 20 tickets at $5 each, and then after 20 tickets you make the profit, right? So for whatever reason I was thinking about doing this, and as I started getting some of the musicians, I realized, why do I need this guy? And then I said, let me get a better venue. And my wife and I, we started doing our research and we looked into a few venues. The Gladstone was one of those venues, and it just happened that everything worked out. The artists that I got at the time were all passionate about what we were doing. They were talented people, and they liked the idea of making money from the first ticket sale.
So you're starting something new?
I don't think so. I think the difference is that we're just doing shows and giving you a cut of it.
Life, I never thought I'd see you again. Good morning, broken smiles and love.
Why do you think Oh So Beautiful is so important to Torontonians?
In one of our shows, we did interviews as well, and they said they were just shocked that somebody's actually thinking about the musicians. Because if you spend a day on Craigslist, you know what I mean, you'll see all like the trash on there. People like looking for artists to do a show, and they want the artists to support their venue. And it's hard for Toronto venues as well, but at the same time, I think the most respected venues get the best artists and pay them. And you always see those places packed. You always see people enjoying music, talking, buying CDs from the artists.
What is it about this event that's unique to you guys? In the Toronto music scene, it's not very often you find shows that are actually excited about having new artists come and you don't have to pay a cover, you come for free, and it's not a pay-to-play scam. It's a very supportive environment. They give us free kazoos, they give us free lozenges, they talk to us about like contracts, like it's a very supportive environment, so it's like very unique. You don't find that a lot in Toronto. The music scene can be really difficult, really exclusive.
It's not just going to be given to you by going on YouTube and putting up a nice song. You have to go out, get on the ground, get out around people and speak to people and just do things that are not being done. So this is not a unique idea. The difference is we're doing this.
I's your brother. What's it like for you to watch him put something like this together?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, everything starts with an idea, and he brought the idea to me. It was a while back, maybe last year around this time, maybe even earlier, and just to see it come into fruition and grow and have like a panelist that's, you know, like celebrities up there helping him out do this. It's an honor to see it, and I'm really proud of him for doing it and putting it on.
So when people see you and see your success and see what you've been able to create for yourself, what message do you want them to take away?
I think the guitar player that I was in the band with before told me, listen, just listen to yourself. And I think the reason why I say as a singer or a songwriter, there's so many musicians that get on stage and they just sing these high notes and go all off, and because they don't listen to themselves. And that can be a metaphor symbolically, but you have to stop and really just pay attention and listen to your voice, listen to your emotions, and just let those things come out of you when you're doing your music. Don't be so eager to have an audience. Don't be so eager to get on stage. Don't be so eager to get all the attention, because when you get that attention, you have to be ready for it. You know what I mean? So I think that it's important to listen to yourself, listen to the people that are telling you the good and the bad. You know, some people say, you know, if you have nice family members, they'll tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And listen to those things.
Well, that's our show for today. We're always on the lookout for people who are starting something big, so if that's you or you know someone who's having a big impact in this city, please write to us. You can go to rogerstv.com/startsomething.big or our Facebook or Twitter page to tell us your story. So thank you so much for watching, and now it's your turn to get out there and start something big.